Welcome to Toyland News. I'm your news reporter, Mr. Buster Cherry. Coming up tonight, a big awesome special live performance from the Rocketman pinball wizard from the UK, Reginald Kenneth White, also known as Sir Elton Hercules John. Presenting all of his wonderful hits, including my personal favorite, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. In other news, Winnie Samuel Kirkland, a mime thief, is still on the loose, trying to sell mime illegal drugs to 5-year-olds and robbing all women's precious jewelry. Some lady in the restroom stated her golden bracelet was stolen when she was reaching from her stall to grab some toilet paper. In other news, Sergeant Sheriff Co-Captain Stuart Thompson Barker was seen breaking a very important rule from the Toyland Police Force Handbook along with one of his one-of-a-kind, awesome but close personal friends, Banker Businessman Reginald. Never swap jobs with someone richer than yourself. Today their trial will be held this afternoon to see if they are proved innocent by the strictest Toyland judge of law and order, Judge Smudge Grudge McFudge. More about this story at 11.
Alright mates, your trial starts right now. I'm unlocking the door. Finally. Me and Banker Businessman Reginald were tired just sitting here looking at each other's toes. So, what do you reckon the judge would say? I don't know, but let me do the talking, please. Besides, I've been through many of these trials before.
And so?
Order, everyone! I said order! Today we'll be hearing the case of Stuart Thompson Barker versus Banker Businessman Reginald, who have both broken the rules of the Toyland Police Force Handbook. Never swap jobs with someone richer than yourself. Stuart, proceed with your accusation. Well, Your Honour, you see, we were making a foolish bet, the two of us, to decide which job would be the best ever out of the two of us. And unfortunately, we ended up breaking a police rule that was in the Toyland Police Force Handbook. A rule that I myself didn't even read about because I was too busy listening to my boring wife, listening to her boring stories all the livelong day, which was totally, utterly boring. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. A very boring story indeed. Now, Mr. Banker Businessman Reginald, did you yourself read that specific rule in the Toyland Police Force Handbook before you started your job swapping roles with Mr. Barker next to you? Actually, Your Honour, no I didn't. You see, I was too busy catching this thief known as Winnie Samuel Kirkland, aka the Mime Thief. Then I ran on stage starring some famous performer known as Sir Elton Hercules John. It's kind of a long story. Google the YouTube video when you get the chance. Maybe that will explain some details about it, I guess. Law and Stuart Order episode where Stuart and Brandon swap jobs. Got it! Now, would either of you two like to bring out any witnesses who saw the scene of the crime? Why, yes, Your Honour. I'd like to bring out my butler servant, Partridge Harrison Wellington, who saw the whole crime as it occurred. Very well. Send him in. Speak your name, please, Mr. Butler Servant.
Partridge Harrison Wellington, sir.
Mr. Partridge, do you by any chance know about this crime of Stuart and Brandon both breaking the rules of the Toyland Police Force Handbook and swapping jobs?
Well, to tell you the truth, sir, no, I did not. I by any chance did not notice that Stuart was swapping roles with my master, Banker Businessman Brandon Homer Reginald. I mean, they wore the same clothing. How was I supposed to know that, sir?
Sounds believable.
And how did you know it was Sergeant Sheriff Co-Captain Stuart Thompson Barker as your master Brandon Homer Reginald, the banker businessman? Well, he took off his hat, and that was the end of that. No ifs or buts or questions, Your Honour, sir.
All right, next witness.
Mr. Eric R.J. Rex Justin Leslie, did you by any chance know it was banker businessman Brandon Homer Reginald that swapped jobs with your Sergeant Sheriff Co-Captain Stuart Thompson Barker?
Wait, Stuart broke one of the rules in the Toyland Police Force Handbook?
Yes, Chief.
You were complaining to the two of us while we were rotting in jail, remember, in the last part?
What's wrong with your chief? I think he's suffering from a little bit of dementia in his 99-year-old age.
Can't say I blame him. I mean, I'm in my late 40s myself, to be honest.
Later on.
Well then, I suppose we heard enough witnesses already. So, it is my opportunity to find both Brandon Homer Reginald, banker businessman, and Sergeant Sheriff Co-Captain Stuart Thompson Barker guilty. Not so fast.
My wife? What is she doing here?
I'm pretty sure she's going to help us with the case, Stuart.
Yeah, no crap, Sherlock.
My honey, as well as banker businessman Brandon Homer Reginald, can't be put in jail. Besides, they are both really good friends, and I just discovered a hidden loophole inside that rule in the Toyland Police Force Handbook. A loophole? Really? Yes, Your Honour. See for yourself if you don't believe me. Son of a gun, there really is a loophole. Well then, it says here that Toylanders who are police force members are allowed to swap jobs with a certain banker businessman like Brandon Homer Reginald as long as they were good friends in the past. Well then, I guess that's showbiz. Mr. Stuart Thompson Barker and Brandon Homer Reginald, you are both free men. Court is adjourned.
Cripes, I really should read these fine prints before I begin these trial courtroom cases. Well, at least that's taken care of, and we don't get to go back to jail. Such a shame too, because I was really hoping to get away from my wife when I was in prison. Just thank her, shut up, and smile. Alright, if I have to. Thank you so much, Jenny. You saved my bacon. I'm so grateful. Say it like you mean it, Stuart. Besides, your wife just saved both of our gooses from being cooked. Ugh, fine. Thank you for saving us, Fat Jenny, my beautiful wife. We're really grateful that you saved our bacon. No problem, honey. It's the least I could do. Besides, if you went to jail along with your friend, Banker Businessman Reginald, I would have missed you so damn much. Of course you would have. Why do you always hate my guts, God? Hey, Stuart, aren't you supposed to be stopping some greedy villainous mime or something today? Oh, cripes, I almost forgot. I'm supposed to be apprehending the mime thief Winnie Samuel Kirkland. Thanks for reminding me, Jenny. I'm on my way. Sheesh, he sure was in a rush. I just sure hope he makes it in time for the second annual Sir Elton John concert in Toyland, because I wouldn't want him to miss out on that. Well, now that I'm no longer a Banker Businessman jail prisoner, I can finally return back home to my mansion. I hope my butler Partridge has cooked me up my dinner. Maybe a filet mignon buffet with a drink of a cocktail on the side. Awesome.
And so on that very day.
Freeze! You are under arrest, Winnie Samuel Kirkland, the mime thief. You are going to jail, and I hope Miranda reads you your rights. Oh, God! Did you just kiss me? Oh, my God. Ugh. I just got kissed by a wanted criminal. Ew, gross. It's even worse than trying to get kissed by my wife. Ugh, disgusting. Gasp! Holy dooly, where did he go? I'll find you, the mime thief Winnie Samuel Kirkland, and once I do, you'll be rotting behind bars. It feels good to be back, though, in my Sergeant Sheriff Co-Captain Stuart Thompson Barker's shoes. Stop, thief! Stop! Am I ever glad that you're back with us, sir? We missed you so much.
I'll tell you what though, Partridge, it's hard to stay away when you got the best money-counting job in the entire Toyland world.
Indeed it is, sir. Now, shall I make you your favourite dinner? A nice filet mignon buffet with roasted potatoes?
Make it with a cocktail drink and you got a deal.
Very good, Master Brandon. I'll get to it right away, sir.
Gee, it sure feels nice to be back in my old Banker Businessman shoes again.
He's Harvey, sweetest furry pussycat around. Yeah, yeah.
Unless you find a loophole in the rule, you're safe, and I'm Harvey.